You
Cold
say it
open.
as long
I
as he's in my
wish.
lap.
I wish that was the cold open. Welcome to Nooner Nation. Um, Me and Jake are a little shook about what Charlie said. It was a joke, obviously, but literally right before I hit the live button.
I mean, it's not a joke. I'm literally doing it. I'm rubbing my pussy right now, Bill. Let me rub
But yeah, but
my
now you just
hairy
said that before
fat
30
pussy.
seconds. So YouTube's going to flag me and send me all sorts of things. Actually, they don't flag me for shit because nobody cares. But
Just
anyways,
still get away with the shit. It's
We're
fine.
just the lowly baby podcast.
the last couple podcasts, we've gotten too deep into it and I forget about it. But like and subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes. That goes a long way. Share it with your friends. Go on Spotify. Also, what I forgot to mention is our sponsor, repcps.com. It's also getting cold. If you need a beanie that says "Show me that butthole," go to
Which you do. We
RepCPS.
all
Of
The hat's
do.
course,
gone.
I actually just ordered like 4 of their beanies because it's getting cold, and I've in my midlife crisis, my 35-year-old midlife crisis, I've gotten back into paintball, and beanies, I guess, are now the style. And I was like, oh shit, I know exactly what I'm wearing. And I got like a show me the butthole, the free hugs and butt plugs one, the kiss me where I pee one. So yeah, I'm be wearing those things all over the place. So check them out. They have really fun stuff for people that I think the dirtbags that listen to this would like. Repcps.com, promo code Nooners. You help them, you help us, so on and so forth. And then also Minor League Studios that helps keep all this shit going. Shameless plug, it's my company, so hit it up.
Some sexy ass shirts too. They are some of the softest I have ever worn.
Hey, dude,
Bloom
I
does
don't.
say get some talls for those long folks. Yeah,
I'll do
they look
talls.
like crop tops on the tall men's.
Womb, we cannot handle your midriff. All right, Daddy.
I haven't gotten into the live chat yet. Hold on. Like,
Oh
I
no,
said
he
sup.
he
uh,
said that in another group
uh,
chat. He was like,
uh,
"I love his shirt," because we were talking about it today. He was like, "I love his shirts; they're the best." But sometimes they're just a little too short.
don't put them in the dryer, bruh. Don't put them in the dryer. My wife gets pissed at me. That's why I do my own laundry now, is because I am tall and really thin. Anybody that's ever met me in person knows this.
Beanpole Bill.
I'm 6'2" and 160 pounds. My fucking ass looks like Gumby, right? So, but if I order a large t shirt, the sleeves are too long, right? So I go medium, but I gotta hang dry them. Because if I put them in the dryer, they shrink. And then
Are
next
they
thing,
100% cotton?
I try not to. Again, Minor League Studios is a screen printing company. I'll print you whatever you want. But the stuff I do is a cotton poly blend. To make sure it's very soft and it also doesn't shrink as much as 100% cotton, but it'll still shrink. Like it's the way of the world. I can deep dive and nerd out on apparel.
And I really like how the minor league studios shirts shrink on the arms, so it kind of makes you look fucking ripped when you wear them.
Oh yeah, the chest looks good. I use the right shirts. The
Yeah, no, they're really
the
good cut.
chest
They're
looks
flattering as
good.
fuck.
So hey, I try. I try not to sell anybody anything that I wouldn't wear myself. So whether that's something that I am selling as the minor league brand, or something that somebody orders for their own shit. So
Charlie's hairy pussy on camera.
Charlie's
PC.
Charlie's hairy pussy and her cleavage are both on camera at once.
For the audio listeners, she has the cat on her lap. All right.
Yeah, look. He does have a pussy on his forehead, though. Look at that.
He
Anatomically
does.
correct.
I will say your cat is probably the only cat that I've liked in a very long time.
He's a good one. I got lucky with him for sure. He's more dog than
Right. He's like a dog cat dog.
he doesn't cut me unless we're playing. He doesn't hiss unless a dog comes over.
Does he leave you like dead birds at your doorstep?
He's not that good. He did one time. He brought in a bird. It was not dead, and it started flying around my living room, which was my worst nightmare.
Yeah,
But
that's the point.
thankfully,
If you're
he
gonna bring a
did.
cat in the house, dude, like you gotta kill it first. If
Well,
anybody's
and,
ever, anybody who's had
he
like,
loves.
I've had
He
bats
loves.
in my house.
Oh no.
I've had bats in my house. No, no, like it sucks. Bats in the house sucks. I've also had a fucking sparrow get into my house.
Ugh.
Good luck getting that fucking thing out of your house. You know, I'll take a bat. I can
Uncle's
hit that
cat.
bitch with a tennis racket.
He did at least wound it. It was bleeding, so it got it.
So now it's
It was
flying around,
incapacitated.
just spraying blood all over your house.
Not that badly, thankfully. But I was able to get it in a box and throw it back outside. But he loves catching grasshoppers and ripping one leg off, and then he gets bored with them and just leaves them. So then I like start walking to the back door and I
Good
see a
God.
disabled cricket or grasshopper. Fucking Freddy, stop bringing this shit in the house.
Freddy's a sadistic son of a bitch. He's like, I'm not
He
gonna,
is.
I'm not gonna
They
kill
always
you.
have at least one leg ripped
Huh.
off too.
I'm not gonna
Every
kill you.
single
uncle's
I'm gonna
cat.
watch you
Ugh.
suffer.
And then he gets bored and he's like,
Uh,
"You're boring me."
yeah, your pain doesn't bring me enough satisfaction. On to the next.
But he
You know,
doesn't
my
get the
uncle's cat.
zoomies. He doesn't like scratch my shit up terribly, but
Terribly being the end of that sentence.
he does like he stretches on one of the couches, and it's kind of not doing too great on that. But he doesn't like
So
completely
Charlie,
scratch.
you're in Texas. Does he have a thing for snakes?
I'm in the city. There aren't any snakes.
Oh.
And there's too many fucking
What about
stray
scorpions?
cats for anything else too. And
Yeah,
dogs.
scorpions.
Not where I'm at. What at my where I grew up, scorpions galore. I remember I was laying in bed one time and I saw one crawling on my comforter, and I started screaming and made my mom come in and kill it because I refused to move, even though it was like scorpions are my worst nightmare.
Oh, they're the worst.
Oh, dude, last time I was in Austin, which was like almost 2 years ago, like every morning I would literally pick up my shoe and like shake it.
It's not that fucking bad. Not if you're in the country, yes. But
Okay,
in
where he was
town-
though, there was like a bunch of grass because was it that Airbnb?
Yeah, that really cool Airbnb. Anybody
Yeah,
who's,
no, it was like
by
in a
the way,
grassy backyard.
That's fucking Iraq.
anybody that's looking for an Airbnb in Austin, DM me because I found like one of the coolest, most affordable Airbnbs like ever. Like it was a
Oh,
dope.
it's sick.
It was like a dope little like I don't know what you like
It's like a loft,
like a lot like what do they call
a
those
small,
things?
a tiny home.
Tiny home in these people's backyard kind of thing. And like every morning I'd wake up and like the wife would be like out. She was a journalist. So she'd be like, "Oh, like you're up. Do you want some coffee?" And like I just go like hang out and have coffee with her while she's like and she'd just
That
be asking
also
like,
sounds like my worst nightmare.
we don't like
Charlie's
talking to
like,
people.
"Ew,
There was
people."
no the morning after the Super Bowl, she's like, "Oh, do you want coffee?" I'm like, well, I would say morning. It was like 11 in the afternoon or 11,
was morning
11
for
in the
us that
morning. It was 11 in the morning. She's like, "Do you want coffee?" I was like, ugh, no, not today. She's like, "Super Bowl party?" I was like, yeah. She's like, "All right, well, you just have a safe day." You know, like this little old lady, you know, like, but that was a really dope Airbnb. So hit me up because I can strongly recommend those people. They gave me my
can
privacy when I
strongly-
wanted, and you know, they were personable when I wanted them to be. Lloyd, yes, I know
gonna
my
say,
camera is really close tonight. You probably missed the last couple episodes. I was frantically cleaning my shop because I had a customer coming over, and I knocked over my tripod with my really nice Sony camera on it and broke the lens off of it. So maybe after Christmas I can afford to get that fixed. So now I'm using my laptop camera. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get it fixed. If not, then maybe I just wait and buy the camera I really want to get. But that's like $3
Do it.
grand.
Do it.
Do it. Bacardi and cola, do it.
Oh, cameras. Speaking of cameras, yeah, no, those get expensive fucking quick.
Real quick.
I was Yeah, no, I was playing with one today that's worth about 10 grand for the whole rig, and I was like, oh my god.
Was it a red
Not even a red.
Alexa?
Just the mon. No, it's a Canon 300 Mark III, but with the lenses we had on there, because we had Canon Cineprime lenses on there.
Yeah. Not the camera nerd, because I'm
Yeah.
even not a camera nerd yet. Like
I'll chill out on the Canon.
I know
right now.
just enough about it to kind of know like what I like. But the camera now is like pretty expensive, but then the real cost comes with the goddamn lenses. The lenses are where the fucking money's at.
Some real motherfucking money on those.
I have a real good friend that does like sports photography for high schools around here. Like football, volleyball, all that kind of stuff. His camera was like $2,500, but one of his like best football lenses he leases because the retail price of it is like $9,000. And it's got like its own
JJ,
tripod.
DM me.
Yeah, JJ. DM Jake. Send him dick pics. But anyways, we digress into nerd shit. There's been some weird shit in the news. I've been kind of off the grid this week because I've been so busy with screen printing stuff. So like I've just been kind of like taking a step back from the podcasting stuff. So I don't know if it's been addressed or not. But one thing is apparently Will Smith is a power bottom.
I had the same reaction earlier too, Charlie.
Have you seen this?
I saw something about Jada Pinkett talking about something on the Breakfast Club. Is that what this is about?
I haven't read the whole article because, again, like for one, I don't have time, and for two, I don't really care. But somebody, like one of his assistants, I'm assuming, walked in on him bottoming for like another man, and has like been going on the media, like low time media circuit, talking about all this. So I don't know, maybe.
How long ago? Is this recently or like
This
a
was
long
like
time
I
ago?
read about this today.
Well, no, I meant like, but did it say if the assistant saw him a long time ago? Or
Well,
did
what's
it-
it matter? I mean, when you're a celebrity, whether you sucked a dick 10 years ago or one day ago, do people really care?
I
Dick's a
mean,
dick.
to get your fucking career, it's one thing, but to do it for pleasure when you're older is another. So yeah.
No, I think this was like he was Will Smith at this point. This would have been after, from my skimming, would have been after Fresh Prince and after the first Bad Boys movie. So I think he was Will Smith. I still have
Only of the prostate womb.
I still have the Will Smith Independence Day action figure
Mm.
in the box.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth, motherfucker. And I was like, yeah, he just said welcome to Earth. It'd been a little too Tupac for his wife to be like, welcome to Earth, motherfucker.
Well, it was a PG-13 film, so
Don't
So
bring
speaking of,
logic
like-
into this.
This. Do you think we're ever gonna find out this about Eddie Murphy?
what? Like he bottomed?
What is,
I am convinced Eddie Murphy is gay.
I don't know. Eddie
With,
Murphy
like, 10
probably.
children?
Eddie Murphy probably just like at the time he was so famous, like he just fucked whatever, you know.
He just had like he has a toddler now. He has so many kids. So, I mean, Richard Pryor was bi. Him and Mick Jagger were found in bed together.
Yeah, I think
I
at
never knew
some
about
point,
that.
especially like maybe even back then when there wasn't so much media coverage of things, you're just kind of
Shocking,
like
folks.
you're just
Hollywood's
like
pretty fucking gay.
oh, gay, oh, gay. No, but
You
like
mean when you do drugs and quaaludes, you end up fucking anyone?
I mean, do you think
what? Beautiful
that
people
Brad
fuck each
Pitt?
other?
Do you think
my
Brad
God.
Pitt is never like ever
Oh, Tom Cruise
been
and
in
Brad Pitt,
personal
totally fucked.
contact of another person's penis, whether it's been like, it's obviously been in a sexual context, but maybe like he wasn't trying to touch this dude's dick, but there's just so many pussies and dicks around that like, hey, at some point, like somebody's gonna like accidentally like press a tip of the dick to your face, you know?
And it's also prison rules. It's a dominance thing too. You men are fucked up in the head when it comes to stuff like that.
I don't know. Never been in that situation. I've never done the group sex thing.
I mean, it literally happened to Terry Crews.
Yeah, and some guy grabbed his
Grabbed
dick.
his dick out of dominance.
I mean, I get that. I've definitely done. I don't know if it's been out of dominance or out of humor, or maybe it's been humorous
A
dominance.
little bit of A, a little bit of B.
I don't know, but I've definitely like, literally,
Feels like I've grabbed a few dicks in my life.
I've grabbed it like over the pants, obviously, but but it's all in good fun. I don't want to suck the dude's dick. I just want to make him sure he knows
You
You're
would
the boss.
grab his dick through the pants.
I'm the dude. All right, I'm the
He's
dude.
going for the over the pants hand job. That's how you show dominance. You just stroke it with eye contact.
And then they back away, and I immediately know, like, oh, you're not a power bottom. Pfft, not interested. Gay.
It's like, whoa, you're actually getting hard. Gay.
Ew. Yeah, gay. Kind of like, have you guys ever seen the movie Layer Cake
Never
I don't
heard
think
of
I
it.
have.
with Daniel Craig? It's a guy. I think it's a Guy Ritchie movie. If not, it's shot very similar to like Snatch and all those, like a London gangster movie. And it's kind of what made Daniel Craig kind of the bad boyish thing that got him James Bond. But he's like a London drug dealer. And they're telling a story during this whole thing that happens in the 70s with this guy they called Gay Larry. And it's like, oh no, Larry was never gay. He would just say, and then like cut to him and it's like Gay Larry. And he's like, fucking pussy is for puffs. So like, he was like so straight that the most dominant thing he can do is fuck a guy.
Is this a comedy?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a guy, like have you ever seen like Snatch? The movie Snatch? Like it's very English.
No.
Like it's a action comedy kind of thing.
Would
So
it
like,
be in the same realm as like
have you ever seen Rock and Rolla?
Simon Pegg movies?
No, Simon Pegg is definitely a lot more comedic. This is kind of like a comedic gangster thriller kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like somebody that knows filmography, I've only had a host into that, could explain it. It's very English. It's very
I'm
English.
still in school, goddammit. All right.
But yeah, it's go watch it. Like it's Snatch, Rock and Rolla, Layer Cake. Like they're just kind of like crime. Like they portray the crime in London, like in England and London, as kind of this like classy, good old boy thing. Which it probably, I don't know, maybe it is. But they're very good. They're really good movies, especially like actually the three I just listed: Snatch, Layer Cake, and Rock and Rolla. And I think two of the three are Guy Ritchie movies. So I don't know who did Layer Cake. It might have been Sam Snead, the dude who did the first Daniel Craig James Bond movie. Might be wrong about that one, but I'm trying to think of like the American equivalent of it would be. Like they're like these comedic heist movies. Ocean's 11 maybe the closest I can think of it.
Okay.
You've never seen Ocean's 11? Dude. You've never seen Ocean's 11?
No.
Charlie, have you seen Ocean's 11?
I've seen parts of it, and then I think I went to go see 13 in theaters, but it was only for like with a boy, and neither one of us were interested in it. So I don't remember it. I don't give a fuck. If I can't laugh at it, I don't fucking care. I don't
Okay, so
care.
then what's
If it's not a real comedy, I don't care.
so what's been
Because
the
if I can't laugh at it, fuck you.
what's been the last actually good comedy you've watched then?
I mean, I rewatch ones from my childhood and whatnot. Like, there's really nothing new. So
Well, there hasn't been
Strays
a
for me.
decent comedy in a while. You watched Strays, the one with Will Ferrell and the dogs?
Yeah, Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx.
How was that?
It's pretty funny. I mean, I was really, really high.
Okay, well, so now you just
I'm also 25 years old and I was stoned, so that goes to show my level of criticism on it.
fair enough. I was 20 and stoned the first time I watched Superbad in theaters. And that's probably one of the last really great comedies I think I watched.
Okay, yeah. So you get it. Being 20 in your 20s and stoned, watching a decent comedy.
But since then, I mean, there was like Superbad, but then you also had like Role Models is really good.
Oh, Role Models is fucking great. I love that one.
Fuck, I thought 21 Jump
Hall
Street.
Pass.
I was hit or miss on Hall Pass. Like it seemed, and this I guess where I'm coming from, it was funny, but it came on the tail end of that style of comedy to where like a lot of their jokes at that point were kind of played. You know, it's like I could almost predict what's going to happen through these things. Just
I
like
was thinking more like Mel Brooks.
oh, Mel Brooks. All right, what's your favorite Mel Brooks movie?
Probably Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Men in tights.
For me, it would have to be Blazing Saddles from him.
Oh, I mean, Blazing Saddles is a
one.
classic. You know, they actually somebody recently tried to greenlight with Mel Brooks' approval to do a remake of Blazing Saddles.
That would be fucking great.
Oh, it got shot down immediately. Even though I was like, let's go.
Because they'd be the only ones who could do it.
Oh, if the Wayans brothers did it, or like, you'd have to have somebody. You'd have to have a black comedian with a
Not
lot
Kevin
of
Hart.
pull. I was actually just thinking like Kevin Hart might be able to make it, but he at this point he's not going to hurt his brand by going out on a limb like that.
No.
But I when I heard that though, I was like,
Ice-T.
oh,
I mean,
or
Ice Cube.
Thrice Cube, yeah, Thrice Cube can make it, but no,
He has
like
the money.
it would have to be somebody with so much pull and so much money with literally nothing to lose to do it, but I guarantee you it would be a hit. Like
It would make a gajillion dollars.
No, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't put my money on that at all.
or sorry, I would hope it'd be a hit, but I'm sure critics would be like, "Oh my god, they answer
But
the
at the same
N-word."
time, like
Brr."
Gene Wilder, it shouldn't, like, you don't fucking touch it. Just don't fucking touch it.
I agree with that. I was kind of like, does it need to be remade? But they're just remaking everything now, you know?
And that,
It's gonna make money. That's why. That's all they really care about is if it makes money.
Yeah, I saw a
They're
thing
not
that
gonna take a gamble.
Paramount maybe somebody's trying to redo Bram Stoker's Dracula.
for fuck's sake, no.
Exactly.
No.
But they're like, oh, well, they already tried it with the Voyage of the Dawn Treader or whatever the fucking
Oh, the last voyage of the.
yeah,
I don't understand.
Demeter.
Dartmouth
Like,
Demeter.
how can you make a movie after
One
like,
chapter of a
one
book.
ship and everyone dies? Like, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
You know he kills everybody. The boat shows up, and it there's no one on
everybody
it.
did. Not to
It-
mention,
is
not to
not
mention,
interesting.
it's Europe in like the late 1700s, I think. But the
What else was on that boat? Mm-mm. Sorry, I'm being stupid on that one.
well, what I was gonna say,
We all
is-
know what I was implying.
well, it's probably what I was getting at. Is like the main character is a black dude on a boat
Dirty?
in Europe. Like, even the
he would have been on the boat.
Yeah, he might have been. Not on the top of the boat, though. You know, like, I understand, like, even if he's French, like, nah.
Yeah, Gary Oldman is the only Dracula. Gary Oldman in those fucking purple glasses. Don't just like you can't. So don't. It's like somebody wanted to remake The Fifth Element. Like, don't you fucking dare.
Oh,
Hey, Charlie. I hope I know you know what you just did, right?
you created the idea of recreating the Fifth Element.
You put that out in the universe.
I will
You're the
say,
one.
though,
The
speaking of
universe
that,
can shove it up his ass. I don't give a fuck.
speaking of that, like, have you heard all the news about Bruce Willis and how he's kind of like uncommunicative now? Like,
Yeah, he can't speak.
man, that sucks. Of all the people, don't take Bruce.
Pouring out for Bruce.
I'll
Happy
pour one out
man.
for Bruce any day. Like, I'm gonna lower the flag outside my house.
That's why there's no point in living long. Like people who want to live to be 90, you're fucking insane and you're just fucking dumb. Don't. There's no reason to live past 70. Even sometimes even like 65. Like just
As soon as either nature or medical science can allow me to get an enjoyable boner, like I'm going skydiving for whatever birthday that is, and I'm not wearing a parachute. You know, like fuck it. What's the point?
Yeah, no, my grandfather had a doctor's appointment this last week, and they told him that he could live another 20 or 30 years. And apparently that's what really upset him about the doctor's
He's
appointment.
like, fuck this.
I don't blame him.
Fuck this
I would get
quack. I don't want to
fucking
live another
pissed at that
20
too.
years.
Yeah, no, he's like 75, and he was like, no.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Have you heard rap music now? I'm not even sure if I want to live another 20 fucking years.
Have you just heard music in general? Like, it's becoming that South Park new wave joke where like Randy got like, yeah.
Yeah, it's all going to turn into like Aubrey Marcus weird didgeridoo music soon, you know?
Considering Andre 3000's releasing a fucking flute album.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants to. He's Andre 3000.
I know, but
He
he's
can do
Andre
this switch stuff for a
3000.
while now too. It shouldn't
He's
be that
half-
It's not a metal flute either.
He's
It's
half
like
of
a hand-
fucking Outcast. Just go write a fucking song with Big Boy and do Outcast again. Good God. You know how
Once
many
again,
times a
it's
week I
over.
jam
You
out to
can't
Bombs Over
recreate it.
Baghdad? Like, come on.
Andre 3000 is really one of those people that has me convinced psychedelics can do damage to your brain.
Andre 3000 is literally like the Key and Peele sketches about Andre 3000. With Big Boy, like, dude, let's just go make music. And he's like, have you ever, tasted water from the bottom of the ocean? I was like, no, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like,
I mean, it's just like
Yeah, no,
Henry
it's not a wooden
Rollins.
flute. Or, God damn it. It's not a metal flute either. It's like a hand carved wooden flute.
God damn it.
So I respect Henry Rollins. Like, I will never get on stage again. It's over. It's done. I'm not doing it. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Sometimes
So-
it's just time to die.
I spent longer of my life than I should have thinking that Henry Rollins was the dude that he was the lead singer of NoFX. Not NoFX. Who's the
Black
dude?
Flag.
No, not Black Flag. I was thinking
Because Henry Rollins did sing for Black Flag.
yeah, but who's the you want it out, but you can't take it.
Alice in Chains?
No. What is it?
Faith no more.
Live Chat?
Faith No More. I thought he was the lead singer of Faith No More for the longest time. Don't know why I thought that. But then I learned he wasn't, and my world came crashing down.
I had no idea he was a singer. So-
Henry Rollins? What do you think he was?
Hey,
Well,
Frank.
at first I saw him on like VH1, like I Love the 80s. And so I was like, okay, well, he's in the entertainment business somehow. And then I watched like the first 2, 3 seasons of Sons of Anarchy, and he was an actor in one of them. And I was like, oh, it's that guy that I remember from VH1. He must be an actor. That's why he was on it. And then I found out he was a part of a very
Oh,
popular
the
punk band.
the
and I was
glory
like,
days when
what the fuck?
the glory days when music cable stations played music.
Yeah, it was nice. But fuck, I did love I love the 70s. I love the 80s.
Oh, I do love those. But those is also
Those
about
are so good.
those were about music, right? They were compiling the best of the 80s and the 70s and the 90s.
Not music, it was everything. Everything from like fashion, entertainment, politics.
Yeah, fair, but
It
it's
was
still like it still had a
everything.
focus, right? It still had a focus. Now, like
You talking about Henry Rollins' radio show?
no, we're talking about like VH1 for a while went to the nonstop streaming of like I love the 80s.
Oh,
I love
I
the
remember when they
90s.
used to
I
do
love
like
the
the
70s.
live concerts too.
You know, like but now it's all about I don't even know if VH1's even a channel anymore.
It is. It's just like, but you know, they
What happened? I
do
can't see
the
the
same
live
shit as
chat from
MTV.
here.
Even fucking
What is
Heat-
Jake doing right now? Himself, Elijah. Jake is being high.
Jake's being Jake. But hey, you're shaved Jake. We all love shaved Jake.
Burp,
no,
I'm gonna
the-
make another drink.
Yep.
I know
You have the Wario mustache though.
yeah, I need to shave again. The lighting is like hiding everything else but the mustache. So it's kind of giving like 90s New York underbelly, gay club
Yeah.
vibes.
Oh yeah, like you definitely have AIDS now.
Oh yeah, no, this lighting totally gave me fucking AIDS. I'm gonna be like Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks in Philadelphia soon.
No, not Tom Hanks in Philadelphia. You need to be like a Freddie Mercury. Like live it. If you're gonna get AIDS, get fucking AIDS, right? Like don't get AIDS by like having sex with Banderas. You know, like get AIDS from somebody you don't know by doing weird shit in a fucking weird ass New York nightclub.
Yeah, no.
If I ever
actually
get-
does sound-
If I ever get AIDS, like I want it to be like a story, you know, be like, oh, like my wife like got a weird blood transfusion and now I have AIDS too. Like
like, maybe even like Dallas Buyers Club would be a good way. Oh yeah, you
I still haven't
seen
seen that movie. You know, I want to.
Yeah, no. Next time you get a chance to just sit down and relax, maybe we could even do a watch along at some point.
Sit
with Dallas
down,
Buyers Club.
relax, and watch a movie about AIDS. Yeah, sounds like
It's
a
a
real
nice,
great use of
relaxing
my
evening.
time. You
We're
know,
talking about Dallas Buyers Club.
I know.
Yeah,
He's like, hey, next time you ever get a chance, like relax, like just sit down and watch Dallas Buyers Club. Like, yeah, oh, yeah. In my hectic ass life as a dad with 2 kids and a wife that does nothing but online shop, and you know, like when I sit down and watch something, like, you know what I want to relax to? A movie about fucking AIDS.
It's fun for the whole family. Get your boys to watch it.
I watch Harry Potter. That's what I do. That's my
that's just as gay as Dallas Buyers Club.
that's my background. That is my background movie.
Well, he wasn't
Thanks.
gay, Jake. So good
Well, we
one
don't
there.
know that. You know, they never explained that. You know.
Okay, that's as gay as Jared Leto in Dallas Buyers Club. Charlie, how's that?
Well, he was trans, so is it really gay?
He took his wig off, so it's gay.
Once you take the wig off, it's no longer trans. You're just gay.
Phil, how do you feel about Fantastic Beasts and where to find them?
I've watched them.
Not the same. Don't like them as much.
Nah, not in the same spirit. I guess it's to me it seems like a desperate cash grab. I am though excited for the HBO series coming up.
Oh,
So
they're making a Harry Potter series, right?
Oh yeah, they're doing the whole books.
no,
Right?
so they're doing so HBO is doing. I don't know if you call it a remake, maybe, but they're
I wish they
doing
would do a prequel.
each season is going to
We have
be.
talked about that, I think. Too.
Yeah, we have,
That's good.
but each season is going to be the book that it's attached to, or at least portion of the book that's attached to. But part of the agreement, like the IP agreement with J.K. Rowling, who wrote it, is that they can't leave things out of the, or they can't leave things out of the show that were in the book. So,
Okay.
like they could
really
obviously
like
like abridge some of the storylines, but the way the books are written is how the show has to be created.
so it's gonna be like drawing direct influence for sets and all that.
Essentially, what they're
I've
doing is
heard.
they're creating a visual series from the books.
Yeah, no, just from what I've heard now that stuff's opened up again, people can talk about stuff again, is that they're gonna be building the sets from direct descriptions of from the book. And they're gonna be using a lot of the game that Rowling worked with them on, that new game they did. To like
Oh, yeah,
actually
yeah.
build out the sets and build what Hogwarts would actually look like. They're
Y-
gonna cast
Yeah,
from
but like
descriptions of characters.
to be honest, if I was like a writer, I was like, "Oh, dope." So now all I have to do is read your book and turn it into a screenplay.
Mhm.
That's cheap.
Like
To be honest.
they have the ability to cut out like some fluff from it, but the series has to be representative of the book. You know,
And to
whereas
be honest, it's probably only gonna be 2 writers
oh,
because
it's gonna well,
it's not gonna be a team
it's gonna be a
because they just need
room.
to put
It's
it
gonna
in
be
final
it's
draft.
gonna be a room of writers figuring out how to turn it into a screenplay, and then probably 3 or 4 editors figuring out like, okay, obviously we can't make this whole book into a series. Like what kind of dialogue can we cut that is still in line with the book, but doesn't have to, like, this dialogue doesn't have to be on screen kind of thing.
It's gonna
Because
be like skip, 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 narration, narration,
because
narration. Skip, 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 skip.
with a book you have to create the narrative, right? You have to create the scenery, you have to create all of this stuff, like to create the visual in the reader's mind. When you're translating that to video, like, oh, we don't have to spend all this time talking about what the hallway looks like. You know, we can just go straight to the dialogue. We can also cut out like this little, we can cut this, we can cut this, we can cut this. The point still gets across. So, no, I'm excited to see how they do it. I know a lot of purists are like, oh, you can never redo Harry Potter. Like, they've
Fuck you, they can and they will, and they're gonna make money.
they've
off
been
it.
redoing shit for as long as time exists. So,
At the same time, that's okay with me. Like, it's good, but it's not. I mean, it's not like a classic, like we were talking about Blazing Saddles. Like,
Plus, it's aged. Like the CGI is
well,
aged.
so
It
to this
needs an
point,
update.
to Blazing Saddles, if they were to recreate Blazing Saddles right now, well, I mean, word for word, who would
Shot
you
for shot.
who would you cast for it?
I would cast a
Exactly.
Wayne's brother.
well, like even like there's just no beating Gene Wilder. Like you can't. And obviously they remade. Well, I guess they did Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, which isn't the exact it's more the
And then there's
original
that one.
Willy Wonka, but now they're doing the prequel, and it's just
Oh,
like,
you know who? If they had the money
oh,
behind a
dude.
Blazing Saddles remake, you know who would play the sheriff, and it would sell it beyond all means?
OJ.
Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
You get Michael B. Jordan on board, the nation is on board.
Michael B. Jordan and Jeremy Allen White.
There it is. There's the casting.
I mean, they have the looks, but do they have the talent?
They have the sell though.
Talent doesn't matter anymore. It's about the sell. When's the last time you saw
Jeremy
somebody
Allen White
talented?
is like
Yeah, that's for marketing, but they don't always, you know.
he's the most famous white boy.
Or
Maybe
Timothy
he's
Chalamet.
right now, but
Timothy Chalamet, I don't think he's manly enough.
He's
play.
a bit twink.
he's literally doing.
He's
I-
very submissive and breedable.
I love a Chalamet. Oh, what about the dude from Spider-Man? Tom
Tom Holland?
Holland.
Oh, he's submissive and breedable too.
Mm,
Have you seen that video of him from that one like
that's why you
short he
just
did?
You can't do it. You
JJ
shouldn't
Harry
do it.
Potter in the Hood. I think Key and Peele did that, right? If
they
Hogwarts was in
did.
the inner city. There's like
Oh
people
yeah, they had like metal detectors and shit.
had metal detector. It was like some dude snuck in this. Some dude snuck in this. It's like a wand, but it looks like a prison shank.
See, we have a
yeah.
lot of homemade magical objects that come through
my
here.
object, come in here. It's a good one.
Confiscated this one from a student today.
So I had some other notes. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, I'm a little absent-minded.
Yeah,
I got some news from people in my industry that fucking shook me up today that I don't want to air out on air, but I was a little miffed and pissed before coming on air that people that I kind of trusted and respected fucked me over. I'm sure it happens to everybody at some point in time, but like, I was fucking fuming. So, Gwyneth Paltrow's ski accident lawsuit.
Ooh, I've been waiting to hear the outcome of this.
It's getting turned into a Broadway musical.
Oh my gosh.
I love America.
America. That's what a button I need. The Team America. America. Fuck yeah.
We do not take anything seriously. The Amber Heard trial is on Netflix. They're making a fucking musical about Gwyneth Paltrow's lawsuit. We are living in the end times, and I am fucking here for
I
it.
just hope they recreate the accident.
Oh, they will. I'm sure they will. You know, probably from both people's perspective, you know? Trust me, if I was some like dentist or wherever this fucking dude is, and I see
The bitch broke my hands.
dude, if Gwyneth Paltrow's telling me to like move, I'm not fucking moving. Like, bitch, run me over. You know, like, granted, I think this dude's taken a ski accident to a whole nother level. You know, like, I can't help but to kind of side with her on this because shit happens on ski slopes all the goddamn time. I don't think she like purposely ran his ass over or ruined his life. I don't know. I've kind of been out of the news so long that I've kind of forgotten all the details about it. But
Yeah, me too.
but apparently
Bitch broke his hands.
hasn't been out of the news long enough to where it's now a Broadway musical.
Really running out of original ideas, aren't they?
I know, just like recreate Les Mis or something.
Les Mis modern.
Actually,
with a
know what you
prostitute-
could do?
with a sex worker and all
Just
Honestly,
thought
yeah.
my original thought of this, if you're gonna remake anything, recreate Miss Saigon, but based in the Afghanistan pullout from like a year ago.
Okay.
They're both kind of the same story.
No, that would actually be pretty impressive. I'll make a note of that.
Jake, write it. Or I'll write it. Charlie will act in it. You produce it.
I don't have enough money to produce. What the fuck?
I never agreed to this.
You don't have to agree. You're on my show, fucking.
Will I
damn
have
it.
to do brown face?
No, we'll just make sure. We'll just put you in a tanning bed for a while. All you have to do is look kind of Afghanistan-y, right? Like,
Are we gonna put the Playboy bunny on her forehead while she's in the tanning bed?
actually, if
I
you're
have
playing,
those at my tanning booth.
if you're
but I
playing
don't
an
wanna see-
Afghan woman, we don't even have to see your face. You just have to look like a voting booth.
Yeah, just put
I mean,
that bitch in a burqa.
Isn't that kind of a problem with Miss Saigon? I mean, I don't know what the premise of Miss Saigon, but I'm just
Miss,
assuming.
do you not know Miss
Oh my God,
Saigon?
maybe she,
Miss Saigon is a Broadway about a soldier, an American soldier in the Vietnam War that falls in love with a girl in Saigon.
I mean,
like-
I've seen Full Metal Jacket. I have a feeling I.
But
know
it
this.
happens like
Have
they
I
fall in
seen
love
that
like
you
days
are
before
you, I see.
like the Saigon evacuation kind of thing. And he's like trying to get her on the, it's been years since I've seen it. But like he's trying to figure out how to get her on one of the helicopters, and it's, you know, tragic love story kind of thing.
Mhm.
I don't want to ruin the ending, and I can't because I can't remember the ending. But yeah, like let's recreate, like let's write a Broadway musical that's literally just Miss Saigon, but Miss Baghdad,
Miss,
or not Baghdad, Miss
Miss Kabul.
Kabul. There we go. Our million dollar idea. Between the three of us, that's like, 300,000
Yeah, no.
a
If
piece.
any nooners like want to fund this, you can get a producer credit.
You can get a producer credit. There you
This
go.
will be our movie.
I think we need to have
Well-
Womb Raider play the male role. Because if
I mean, we won't
anybody's
have
gonna
to get a dick prosthetic.
no, yeah, if anybody's gonna seduce some poor Afghan lady to love, it's gonna be him. He probably already has. Who knows how many kids that dude has in the Middle East?
You don't have
We'll
any
know. We'll
information.
know in about 30 seconds.
Yes, we have a 15-second delay, and it's gonna take him 15 seconds to reply. So
Yeah, no, that would actually be like a pretty good concept for a movie. Not gonna lie.
there we go. We got it. Let's
Yeah,
talk-
no, Elijah. If you know any rich people up in DC,
Are there any rich people anymore? I don't know.
up there is apparently. That's the only place where it's.
Oh, Dwayne Martin is the actor that Will Smith was allegedly
Oh,
bottom-
Iraqi children,
Iraqi children.
not Afghan.
Oh, he was in Iraq, not Afghan.
Yeah, he corrected us.
Womb.
We're dirty civilians, okay? We don't know.
Well, it's a drama. It doesn't have to be real life. Like we can replace one for the other here. It's Miss Saigon, just in Afghanistan. Like, come on, dude. Get with the program. We
I just
also,
need you to hang brain in it, buddy.
from a legal
Full on
standpoint,
dong.
Minor League Studios and Nooner Nation Podcast had the original IP for this entire thing. So you all heard it. If anybody else makes it before us, we can come after them in court. And all 17 of you watching can, testify on our behalf. So it's our IP. Because, Steven Spielberg, as who probably listens to this, let's be honest, is gonna be like, I should make this.
Yeah, no, I know one DGA director who watches this. So yeah, keep in mind this idea is mine.
Speaking of that, Jake, are you in like a union now?
Not yet, but when I get my certificate, I'll have 15 days towards joining.
Nice. You can like go on strike and shit.
Yeah, get paid to go on strike.
Oh, unions. The other thing I had in here was I'm not a big baseball dude, but I know this is big news. Apparently, the Oakland A's it was voted by the Major League Baseball that they're now moving to Vegas.
Yeah, that's exciting. Vegas is fucking popping off in the last 10 years. Like, I thought Vegas was gonna die.
Didn't the Raiders move there? And they
The
were pretty
Raiders and
empty?
they got the Golden Knights, who's my hockey team is the Golden Knights. I don't really give a shit about the Raiders, but
So
The f-
what you're saying is eventually we got to do a trifecta trip to Vegas where we go for 3 days and try to hit a hockey
dude, you
game,
do
a
not
baseball
have
game,
to
and a
tempt me
football
with
game.
a trip to Vegas. Sweet Lady Vegas is my
I've never been
siren
as an
call.
adult. We need to do it.
You've never
Y'all can
been?
go, and I will stay in the hotel bar.
Not as an adult. I've only gone as a
Oh,
14-year-old.
Charlie. We can go. I've done Vegas so much at this point that I won't say I'm an expert at it because I'm not, but like I kind of know my way around to where if we did like 3 nights in Vegas, it'd be pretty fun. I think 3 nights is kind of, unless you're there for like a reason other than just to do Vegas, like 3 nights, 4 days, 3 nights is pretty solid.
Plenty.
Well, baseball game, football game.
Hockey game. I've been to a Golden Knights game, and it is fucking incredible.
It sounds
Okay,
insane.
I'd go to a hockey game, but that's all I care about. Because I've never been to one before.
Oh,
That sounds-
hockey's
Never been
fun.
there.
Hockey's one of the most fun things to watch
As long as I
live.
don't see a dude getting his throat slit.
Throat
I'll be
slit?
Oh
good.
my god, have you
Oh
seen that
my
video?
god. Yeah,
Yes, I
trust
did.
me,
It's
as
fucking
somebody
horrifying.
with a kid that is really good at hockey, with a mom that is really nervous about everything that happens to this kid, I
That
tried
didn't
my
help.
hardest to keep that thing away from her. She's like, then one day she's like, have you heard about this guy who like got his throat slit during a hockey game? I'm like, God fucking damn it. Like,
To be honest, until like 2 days ago, I thought that video was a couple years old. I didn't know it happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's recent.
so it happened in the 90s to a goalie.
See, that's what I thought. That's the video I thought it was.
Yeah, and I can't recall who it was, but I do know that very well because I kind of grew up in hockey. Like my older brother played pretty competitive hockey back then, so I know that clip from the 90s, and that was a dude was like diving to score a goal and kind of flipped his heels up like as he dove, and the
That
goal
guy
like
survived though, right?
yeah, he survived. Like I don't know how. If you've ever seen that video, it's gruesome. But this one that happened like last week, I heard about it. I was like, I didn't want to watch it because again, like I have an 8-year-old playing hockey, and also like I'm not really into like watching that kind of stuff. But I was like, at some point, I was like, I gotta watch this, and I watched that. And when you watch it, as opposed to in the 90s, and God knows whatever fucking resolution that was. And then you watch it now in
In
4K,
4K, 30 frames per second, it hits different.
like I was like, holy shit. You know the dude that actually did that to him is getting prosecuted? They think it was
Oh, he should.
they're saying it's intentional.
Oh yeah, he kicked him in the fucking throat, like for sure.
So
You can see him in the video back off and then kick again.
yeah, so like if that's the case, like fuck that dude. Like yeah, you just murdered a dude on ice over a fucking game of hockey in Europe. You know, like at first, my very first thought about it was think about being that player. Like what the fuck's going through your head, and you just like all you know is there's just blood pouring out of your throat and you probably can't breathe. And then imagine being that dude's family watching it.
I think yeah, they did an interview with his aunt. She was watching the game live.
His fiance was there. So, but then,
Imagine being the family of the dude who did it.
well, so then I was thinking like the guy that did it, when I originally thought it was like an accident, like imagine being that dude, right? Like, holy shit, like I accidentally like killed this goddamn dude. Like, and but then it turns out, like, the more I watch it, the more it comes out. It's like, honestly, do I think the dude meant to kill the guy? No, he was just like trying to get
Intentional harm, but
he was just trying to get a
unintentional.
cheap shot, like maybe with his toe or something, like the hard toe of the skate in on him. But then, like, it turned out like slit the dude's throat. I'm sure he feels terrible, but at the same time, like, lesson learned, man, like, to the world. Like, it's a game. It's a fucking game. Like,
Nothing matters that much.
yeah, like, what if, like, your need to, like, get a cheap shot into somebody just killed that dude. Like, I don't know, I hope that dude, like, rots in jail just thinking about, like, oh, my need to get a cheap shot in on some guy, like, landed me in jail forever. Like, fuck that dude. Like, I don't know. It's weird for me, maybe as a parent, and maybe also as a parent, as a kid that is kind of on the rise in hockey. Like, my 8-year-old, he's 8, so he's very young, but he's showing a lot of promise in hockey to the point where we've had coaches come up to us and ask us, like, you know, what our intentions are with him. So watching that was, for one, scary and aggravating and infuriating. So don't know. But also you see that dude, like, for Buffalo Bills last year, that just took a weird ass hit
Oh yeah,
right in the
fucking
chest and almost damn near
Damar
killed.
Hamlin.
Yeah, like, it's like he was dead on the field.
You
But
never fucking know with sports. It's fucking crazy. You could even get a concussion and not even realize it, go down again and never get back up.
But if your kid, like, if you have a kid who is obviously gifted in a sport, as a parent, like, how do you say no to that? You know? I know you guys don't know.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
was
you
like-
could think about it. Like, even before that, like, somebody on my wife's side of the family was incredibly gifted gymnastics. Or I guess gymnast, sorry. I was thinking gymnastic artist, but, like, no, gymnast. And she was training for the Olympics. And then by the time she turned 18, she had like 4 elbow surgeries and 3 spine surgeries. And she just said, fuck this, you know?
Horse riders too have a lot of injuries like that. I know a girl who like broke her neck when she was like 12.
Did you get thrown off though?
Yeah, she like broke her back and her neck.
My neck, my back. Did she break her pussy and her crack?
Her tits and her crack.
Pussy and crack.
Oh,
Tits. Part of the song, honey.
again,
He's a baby. Look at that face.
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing to think about, like, as a parent. Obviously, hockey is a very aggressive sport. And we try to, like, I try to tell my kid, like, he gets aggressive. Actually, he had practice yesterday, and him and a kid on his own team were, like, kind of getting in a shoving match. And the kid kind of, like, shoved him, like, pretty hard in the shoulder. And my kid immediately came, like, not like a backwards one, but a forwards, like, lunged and just rammed his fucking elbow into the kid's mask. To the point where I was like, oh, I was like in the stands. I was like, oh shit, like, do I need to go down there and do something? And the next thing I know, I gotta look down and they're both just laughing their asses off.
they're
know-
gonna be the fighters of the team.
But as a parent, like, I don't know, like, obviously you want your kid to be safe, but at the same time, like, it's fucking hockey. Like, you gotta
And
kind
if
of.
he,
Well,
what if
guess
your
what?
kid is the
Any
one that
sport-
like becomes an enforcer and just like starts fighting everyone?
Yeah, they don't really allow that kind of shit anymore. He would be
Oh.
though. He would be. I've seen him out there because before he did hockey, I had him in jujitsu, and I've seen him out there a couple times, like roll some kids over in an arm bar. You know, like, thank God the coach is like kind of a no nonsense dude. But all right, let's get the user questions.
Oh my god, you degenerates. Let's see what you asked.
We'll see. We didn't get a whole lot this time around, and they're probably all fucking generated by the app. What are you doing tomorrow?
None of your fucking business.
Your fucking mom.
I'm printing shirts. And your mom. So, there's that
Printing
one.
shirts for your mom because her side hustle is a fucking OnlyFans. And she needs
Mhm.
to advertise that shit.
You want to know the secret? You know that OnlyFans actually does have a merch store? And as a joke for my wife, I actually bought her an OnlyFans bikini.
Yeah, I've seen a dude with an OnlyFans shirt.
So, we're not on OnlyFans. To be clear, we have the content ready to go. We're not on OnlyFans.
How do you think he broke his camera, ladies and gentlemen?
I know. I rolled right into that bitch during some wild ass anal. What do you miss most about middle school? That's a
Being a child?
Yeah, no, like I feel like someone I know probably asked that question, but yeah, no, I miss the friend group I had. You guys were fucking cool. If you guys are watching, I still think about you guys and I still fucking love you guys. Fuck you, bitch.
my biggest memory from middle school. I was in 8th grade social studies class when 9/11 happened.
Talk about social studies, shit.
Yep. And actually, so we're in the middle of class. I can't remember what we were talking about. But another teacher comes and knocks on the door and like whispers something to my social studies teacher. Shout out Miss Gillum. And she runs and she's like, "We have to turn on the news right now." We're like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "A plane just crashed into the World Trade Center tower." And like we're in 8th grade, like I don't even know what the fucking World Trade Center tower is. You know, like they don't teach you about that shit.
Mm-mm.
She turns, I
Well, they
swear
do
to
now.
I swear to God, as I remember it, she turns the TV on. We see the first tower kind of like smoking, and within 30 seconds of the TV turning on, the second one hits. And we're all like, "What the like?" We're 8th grade. I don't know how old are you in 8th grade? I don't know, like 12,
About
11, 12?
12, 13.
I don't know. We're like,
Turned
wait,
15 freshman
wait,
year.
what just happened? And the teacher turned the TV, like immediately, like turned the TV off, and was at a loss for like she, like was looking. I can remember this to this day, not to make it dark, but she was just like staring at all of us, trying to figure out what to say. But even she didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then, as she was about to speak, the fire alarms go off in the school. They had found a bomb threat that morning in the boys' locker room. Completely unrelated, you know, because when I was in fucking middle school, like the rage was just like, oh, let's just like plant bomb threats everywhere.
I mean, that was like, what, 3 years after Columbine?
This would have been, so that would have been 2001. So I don't know. Columbine was 98,
99.
99. Okay. So yeah, sure. You know,
I was just trying to do the math. I'm bad at math.
I don't know, dude.
So
Like
about
this is
3
fucking
years.
22 years ago, man. Like, so yeah, like we like evacuated the school, and like I remember being out in this like the soccer field of the school, and people were like, "What is going on?" Like people are flying airplanes in the buildings, And I remember one of the not soccer coaches, the PE coaches coming out and be like, "Oh yeah, the Twin Towers just fell." And they like canceled school for the day, and my dad picked me up, and I was asking him questions, and he just kept telling me like, "I don't know, man, I don't know." And then later that night, he was like watching the news like in our living room, and I think that was probably the first time I ever saw my dad cry. Was watching the news about 9/11.
Damn, dude.
And he was for people that don't know, my dad is not from America. He's from England, but he loved America and did until the day he died. Is the reason why he lived here. But yeah, that day in middle school, that's probably, I mean, to a lot of people, obviously. I'm not trying to make it about me, but that day in 8th grade kind of haunts my memories for a lot of reasons. For obvious ones and then not so obvious ones, but it was a wild ass day. That's not a real one.
Yeah, no, I remember it, and my first memory was like the summer right before 9/11 happened, so like I had just become sentient.
Bro,
So
you were like in a diaper.
No, I was 3 years old. I remember because like we had gone to Six Flags that summer before my cousins started school, and one of my cousins got sick from a roller coaster, and I remembered that. And then I remember like skip, preschool stuff. And then I remember like 9/11 happening, and my teachers got really upset because I painted a picture of it.
Yeah. That was obviously a turning point in world history. So, next question. People be saying you single. Is that true?
Wait, what was that question?
It literally says people, PPL, by the way. B, letter B, saying you, letter U, single. Is that true?
I mean, it is for me because I have horrible taste in men. So, yes.
I don't know what it is, so skip.
Have you tried
Pass on
women yet,
answering that.
Charlie?
I
Not
think Charlie
well
might be a
either,
lesbian.
So I'm not interested. Thank you very much.
I think Charlie might be a serial killer, to be honest.
Yeah, no. Has anyone heard from any of these men?
How many days a week do you wear underwear?
Every single one of them, Womb. Every single one of them. And no, you can't buy any of them.
Most weeks, at least 4 for me. There's times. Well, do you have to wear them the whole day? Because there's sometimes like I wear underwear throughout the day.
And then as soon as you get home.
And then me and the lady are like have a date night or something, and I'll like go take a shower and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna wear underwear against these jeans, you know?
Don't lie. You like take her out to dinner and then you like go to the bathroom and come back and just hand her your boxers.
I've totally done that before. But on the inverse of that, she's totally done that before to me. So we have a very physical relationship. I'm gonna have to pee really bad. Charlie, how many days a week do you wear underwear?
I mean, I wear them to sleep. So you count.
You are a serial killer. Holy shit.
She is. Jake, one day me and you are gonna get
It's none of your fucking business.
The FBI is gonna come kick down our fucking door. We're like, what do you know about? It's gonna be like some weird ass name. Like, I don't know who that is.
Her real legal name?
Yeah, like her actual name. There's gonna be 3 of them, right? First, middle, last. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, you do a podcast with her. Like, Charlie is like, that's not her real name. Tell us
That's
what
her
you,
alias. She
tell us
killed
what
Charlie
you know.
Stewart.
Behind that
Yeah.
wall, behind
That's really
Charlie,
not my real name, so you're not wrong on that.
that wall behind
That's
Charlie,
the joke.
behind that is literally just like stacks of bodies.
I've seen Haunting of Connecticut. I know how to put bodies in walls. Remove their eyelids.
Oh, the eyelids thing got me. But I have to pee. We're an hour and 10. We're going to cut this.
Just a minute over 69. God damn it.
Which, to be fair, 69 always lasts a little too long because neither one of you are really into it. So, anyways, for Charlie, for Jake, I'm Bill. This is the Nooner Nation. Love all of y'all.